Early life, 1889 to 1907. Adolf Hitler was born on April 20, 1889 in Braunau am Inn, a small Austrian town near the German border. He was the fourth of 6 children born to Alois Hitler, a customs official, and Clara Polzel. Alois was strict and authoritarian, often clashing with young Adolf, while Clara was more nurturing, encouraging his artistic ambitions. Hitler's family moved frequently during his childhood due to his father's job, which disrupted his education. He was a mediocre student, often struggling in subjects like mathematics and languages. He showed an early interest in art, particularly painting, and aspired to become an artist. However, after his father's death in 1903, he applied to the Academy of Fine Arts in Vienna but was rejected twice, which deeply affected him and contributed to his feelings of inadequacy. Life in Vienna and early influences, 1907 to 1913. After leaving school at 16, Hitler moved to Vienna in 1907. Living in poverty, he struggled to find stable work. During this time, he became engrossed in various nationalist and anti-Semitic ideologies, influenced by prominent figures and publications. Vienna was a melting pot of ethnic tensions, and Hitler absorbed the prevalent anti-Jewish sentiments, which would later become a cornerstone of his beliefs. He developed a fascination with German nationalism and began to see Jews as scapegoats for society's problems. His time in Vienna also exposed him to the ideas of social Darwinism, which emphasized survival of the fittest and justified racism. These beliefs would shape his worldview and future policies. World War I, 1914 to 1918. When World War I broke out in 1914, Hitler enlisted in the Bavarian Reserve Infantry. He served as a messenger on the Western Front and quickly distinguished himself for bravery, earning the Iron Cross, First Class. The war was a transformative experience for Hitler, solidifying his nationalist fervor and belief in the superiority of the German people. He was wounded twice, once by shrapnel and once in a gas attack, and spent time recovering in a military hospital. The defeat of Germany in 1918 was a bitter blow to him. He felt betrayed by the Weimar Republic and the Treaty of Versailles, which he believed humiliated Germany and laid the groundwork for future conflicts. Political rise, 1919 to 1933. After the war, Hitler returned to Munich and joined the German Workers' Party, DAP, in 1919. His oratory skills and charismatic personality quickly gained him attention, and he became a prominent figure within the party. The DAP later evolved into the National Socialist German Workers' Party, NSDAP, or Nazi Party. In 1923, Hitler attempted a coup known as the Beer Hall Putsch, aiming to overthrow the Weimar government. The coup failed, and he was arrested and sentenced to 5 years in prison. During his incarceration, he wrote Mein Kampf, My Struggle, which outlined his ideology, including his views on Aryan supremacy, anti-Semitism, and the need for Lebensraum, living space, for the German people. Hitler was released after just 9 months and returned to political life, focusing on rebuilding the Nazi Party. The Great Depression in 1929 provided an opportunity for the Nazis to gain popularity, as many Germans were desperate for solutions to economic hardship. By 1933, the Nazi Party became the largest in the Reichstag, German parliament. Chancellor and dictatorship, 1933 to 1939. On January 30, 1933, Adolf Hitler was appointed Chancellor of Germany. He quickly moved to consolidate power, using legal means to dismantle democracy. The Reichstag fire in February 1933 allowed him to push through the Reichstag fire decree, which suspended civil liberties and enabled the arrest of political opponents. In March 1933, the Enabling Act was passed, giving Hitler the authority to enact laws without parliamentary approval, effectively establishing a legal dictatorship. He eliminated political opposition, banned other parties, and established a police state under the SS, Schutzstaffel, and Gestapo, secret police. Hitler implemented policies aimed at economic recovery, including public works projects like the Autobahn and rearmament of the military, which helped reduce unemployment and revive the economy. He also promoted the Nazi ideology of racial purity, leading to discriminatory laws against Jews and other minorities, including the Nuremberg Laws of 1935, which stripped Jews of their citizenship and rights. World War II, 1939 to 1945. On September 1, 1939, Hitler invaded Poland, triggering World War II. His aggressive expansionism continued with the invasion of Denmark, Norway, France, and the Low Countries. The Blitzkrieg tactics, characterized by rapid, coordinated attacks, proved highly effective. By 1941, Hitler turned his attention to the Soviet Union, launching Operation Barbarossa. The initial successes were met with fierce resistance, leading to significant German casualties. The invasion marked a turning point in the war, as the harsh winter and Soviet counteroffensives began to erode German power. Simultaneously, the Holocaust began in earnest. Hitler's regime implemented the final solution, a systematic plan to exterminate the Jewish population of Europe. Concentration camps were established, and millions were murdered in mass shootings and gas chambers. As the war turned against Germany, Hitler's leadership became increasingly erratic. The Allies began to close in from all sides, and by 1944, the D-Day invasion signaled the beginning of the end for Nazi Germany. Death, 1945. On April 30, 1945, as Soviet forces encircled Berlin, Adolf Hitler committed suicide in his bunker. Alongside his longtime companion, Eva Braun, whom he had married the day before. He was 56 years old. Following his death, Germany surrendered unconditionally on May 8, 1945, marking the end of the war in Europe. Legacy. Adolf Hitler's impact on the world is profound and devastating. His totalitarian regime led to the deaths of millions, including 6 million Jews during the Holocaust and countless others targeted for their ethnicity, political beliefs, or sexual orientation. The ideology of the Nazi Party has left a dark legacy, serving as a cautionary tale about the dangers of totalitarianism, hate, and unchecked power. The aftermath of World War II reshaped global politics, leading to the establishment of the United Nations and a commitment to prevent future genocides. Hitler's actions continue to be studied and remembered as a stark reminder of the potential for human cruelty and the importance of vigilance against hatred and intolerance.